Welcome to a brand new Five Heart Podcast live in living color on a Thursday night on Core Nation's YouTube, Facebook, and X platforms. I am Greg Mahochko, Minnie Hunt, Fred Sacco. The whole gang is here, and we are excited to just hang out with you, as I'm sure many of you maybe don't have to go to work tomorrow. Fred apparently is the one that does. But we're excited the spring game was this past weekend. Baseball, softball are all doing well. And we're just it's so good to see you two, my friends. Minnie, how are you doing tonight?
I am fantastic. Just trying to work out some pictures for everyone to see. I mean, I guess I can share the screen when it comes to it. We'll do that. That way I don't have to. We're having technical difficulties already.
We are?
I am.
Oh, okay. Fred, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well. I'm battling a little bit of a cold, but nothing a little bit of red wine can't fix. So we'll work on it, and hopefully my voice and everything holds out.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, it's good to see the two of you. It's good to see Justin Raji, who's here, or Rogi. Crap, I'm never going to get
Rogi.
Rogi, son of a gun. Gary Pierce is here and says the baseball playing Penn State tomorrow starting at 6 in Haymarket. It should be a nice night. I know weather's been cooperative tonight. And Fred was here in the comments earlier saying that he was third, which, Justin was first, but Justin was technically second. He just didn't. Anyway, Vince is here this evening. Double O Dana is here, as well as living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the Five Heart Podcast, and Aaron Rostovsky saying he'll be working both jobs tomorrow.
I think he's covering baseball, and he's going to be working his pharmaceutical job.
And he's working on the preview for that Penn State series right now, so you can check that out later at cornation.com. And he wants to know, what's Fred playing today? Whoa. What's on the arcade behind you there tonight, Fred?
Oh, asteroids, not to be confused with what an Iowa fan thinks hemorrhoids are. So, asteroids.
That's fair. Marianne is here this evening. Hello, Marianne.
Hi, Marianne.
And Joe is here, and John as well. Hello, everyone, and thank you for spending your time with us so far tonight. Although I say that, we're only a couple minutes in, so if you change your mind, that's on you. But it's weird because we have spent the last several weeks focusing on men's basketball, and as of this time last week, their season ended, and I feel like it's taken me a little while to flip the switch to the real money earner. Not to say that men's basketball doesn't carry their weight, but Nebraska football. And it feels, prior to last weekend in the spring game, it felt like, I don't know if it was on purpose, but the athletic department just seemed to be a little more quiet about football and maybe let basketball have its time. Does that seem like a possibility to the two of you, or is that just my perspective being out of whack?
That's how it felt to me. I don't, you could find anything anywhere on the internet, but like my Google search, a lot of times you just tap Google and it had nothing about football. And normally Husker football, something is in there, and kind of had to seek things out. Before we did our shows about it and whatnot, I did a little bit of research, but yeah, I feel like kind of like they did, and for good reason. If they would have tried to overshadow what was going on with basketball with what our football team is, that would, bless you, Minnie, that would look pretty piss poor. So I think they did probably dial it back a little bit and let basketball have its moment and let football just do its thing.
Minnie?
Yeah, definitely. And I think, not to rehash things that happened at the end of last season, but let's go ahead. Matt Rule fired a bunch of coaches, remember? And we did horribly in our bowl game. And we had a star quarterback break his leg. So, yeah, I think it's time to just work and just focus on that only and not anything else.
Who is this star quarterback of which you speak? My quarterbacks still wear scarlet and cream.
Well, I think it would be Dylan Raiola, right?
I don't know if I'd call him a star.
What do you mean?
I don't think he always played like a star.
Oh, well, he was supposed to be our 5-star quarterback,
Gotcha.
that sort of thing. That's what I mean by that. Thanks for making me clarify, Greg.
Hey, not just me. Nebraska Strong GBR says Minnie, I wouldn't call Raiola a star.
Okay. He was supposed to be our star quarterback. What is wrong with you people?
I would maybe just one syllable, 4 letters could change the entire course of your phrase in the conversation. If you said our starting quarterback.
You're starting. I mean, our starting.
Right. You know what I mean.
I mean, our 5-star starting quarterback. Can we just get past that part? He's
Nope.
Matt Rule. Matt Rule fired a bunch of coaches.
Yes.
We had a bunch of spaces to fill. We had a lot of players to go and get in the transfer portal. So we just had a lot going on. And I think it's more focused on just working than it is about, letting everyone know what people are eating for breakfast.
Krispy Kreme?
Everything?
Breakfast pizza?
Your breakfast pizza is fantastic, by the way. And Rostovsky says now we have a 5-heart quarterback, hopefully. So I will say that it does seem like the quarterbacks that we have in the quarterback room right now, we have TJ Lateef, Anthony Calandria, Danny Dimes, probably others. I mean, Danny came back home. TJ said earlier in the offseason that, he's not worried about quarterback competition, that he's excited that he wants to be a Husker. And I don't know much about Calandria. I haven't heard him speak, but he's here. He had other opportunities, I'm sure. Maybe he's just here for a paycheck or a bigger spotlight. I don't know, but he's here. So at least we have 3 guys who are not looking for a way out, and I'll take that. And we have Trey Taylor, who is coming to, Lincoln, or I shouldn't say Lincoln, moving to Omaha to finish his senior year so that he can be as close realistically to campus as possible so that he can be here for all of these, incoming official visits, unofficial visits. Talk about a peer
living in Lincoln, actually.
They did change it. He's going to live in Lincoln now because they realized it would be silly to try and do what he wanted to do. It's just not possible.
But he's still going to go to Millard, right?
I think so.
Is
that not the case?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'd heard he was moving to Lincoln. I don't know. There was some change to all of it, but yeah, he'd have to be. Yeah, he'd have to be at Millard South still. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm sure the chat knows. Rostovsky said yes. So
at some point, I just think that Aaron is just throwing out random yeses or random no's just to just to see if we'll believe him. But no, he does follow up and say that he and Tay are still Millard South, or Aries till Millard South. So we'll blame lack of sleep and excitement about baseball, which we'll talk about later. Double O Dana, David Matney, they all say yes, Millard South. So
okay,
that's fine. I don't know how the hell that's possible, because I always thought you had to live in the district.
When you're a senior, Greg, when you're a senior, you don't have to go to school every day. I think he's going to school like 2 or 3 times a week. and taking online courses. We read this already. We already covered this. Where have you been?
You just make it sound like, oh yeah, when you're a senior in high school, you can phone it in. No, when you are a senior in high school who's the composite number 2 ranked quarterback in the class, there are certain exceptions. When I was a senior in high school, my ass was in there every day.
Because you loved school.
Well, nobody loves school. I just didn't have anything better to do. So
it's just things have changed. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's it.
Dana says I phoned it in my senior year.
Ditto. Same for me.
Fred, you didn't give your best effort senior year of high school?
Nope. I was a B student. I could have been.
What about
better
junior year?
Yeah.
So in high school these days, you can take a lot of like summer classes. He probably doesn't even need to take that many classes.
Well, then what are we doing with our?
It's the same as college. It's like this. They're just athletes. They're barely even students anymore.
And may I say, as an angry man shouting at the clouds, I hate that.
Ditto.
I mean, they go to class still, but you know.
She goes on a thing. They only go to school 3 days a week, and they do stuff online, and they're not there half the time, but they still go to class, I think. Once
in a while. I know they do. So, I don't know. I've done online courses, and I hate it. I'd rather go to class.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Matney. Mr. Matney agrees 100%. And we all know the quickest, most sure way to get your comment put up on the show is if you agree with me.
Yeah.
So. Waiting for Minnie to react or respond.
I have nothing for that.
No. Okay.
You all just like to be wrong.
You all just like to us, the chat. Anybody who agrees with Greg?
Stop. Okay. Yes. Anybody who agrees with Greg.
Husker Chuck says, I jump in and Minnie is saying, I hate it. Must rewatch. Oh, that's a good idea. Aaron, I'm gonna put a star by this one and come back to it as necessary. So,
okay.
John thinks that you, Minnie, hold the gavel, and we've all been around long enough to know that's not true.
Greg.
I mean, you can hold the gavel, but that doesn't mean we're necessarily going to go with it.
Okay. We'll see about that.
Stabbed me with a highlighter on the show a couple weeks ago. It was frightening.
Yeah, I've got highlighters right here. Watch out.
It's like Lord of the Rings. You hold no authority here.
Still have to watch that. I know. I'm sorry, Greg.
All right. Wow. Can we not talk about movies? Can we just not?
Sure.
Please. Thank you.
Sure.
We talk about there's something about Dylan?
No.
Okay.
No, not even that. I mean, we'll talk a little bit about it later, but
Dylan's motto is love, peace, and lots of chicken grease.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about the spring game, Minnie, because that's definitely what I wrote in the description for the show tonight.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I didn't watch it yet.
What?
I only found out recently that I could go back online on YouTube and watch it, but I haven't done that yet.
I said it on Monday, and it's Thursday, and you haven't watched it?
Shame.
No, I work a lot.
No, you don't.
That's not true.
Come on, seriously? How could you admit here in front of everyone that you haven't watched it?
Well, this is what I do. I'm honest with my friends.
Aaron hasn't watched it either?
It's almost like if you said you were fluent in French, but then wouldn't say anything in French. That's about what a betrayal. Man.
Okay, that's enough. All right. So, I mean, I don't even know where to start. I've already covered this on Monday.
Well, that's fine.
Jeez. Okay, here's how it goes. Just a spoiler alert. Okay. We started off with TJ Lateef for Nebraska. It was not the red. It was not the red and white game like it's been in the past. It was red team is always on offense, white team is always on defense. However, they switch, obviously after every fourth down or score, and it was the Nebraska team versus the Huskers team. It's complicated to explain, and even the scoring people got it wrong. The people, with the scoreboard. And I think they did that on purpose, by design. I really think they didn't really want to show us a game per se, more like a scrimmage, that we're not really counting points. But of course, the goal is to score touchdowns in this game, so we have to have a scoring method of some sort. So TJ Lateef started for Nebraska, and he got almost, he got to 4th and 3. They couldn't convert. Sounds familiar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Painful.
Yes. It's like, oh no. But then Anthony Calandria started for the Huskers. And
get that sploosh ready to go, Greg. It's happening.
Hold on. I'm ready. Tell
Let me
tell
just
me
tell
what happened,
you.
Minnie.
Oh, you'll know.
He had an 8-minute and something odd drive that was full of all kinds of passes. All kinds of passes, some runs, and it ended with him throwing to Ja'Cory Barney for a touchdown. Yeah. Why does she have a stapler in her hand?
Because she works in an office setting, Minnie.
Everybody but that is not an office stapler. That's like a staple gun.
Pam's pretty rough on that show, so it's by design.
At one point, she picked up a really harsh addiction.
What's the show?
Archer.
Oh.
It's on FX. I think it's on Hulu if you want to ever watch it. It's very funny.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. Really good.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
As a former car salesman who used to sell the Mopar line of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, one of my favorite episodes is when Archer, it's his birthday, and he gets a Dodge Challenger that's all tricked out, and he just keeps shouting, "Thanks, Dodge!" So, sorry.
I like when he gets the ocelot.
Yes.
I knew it was just a matter of time.
I like when he goes on his
said, don't talk about movies. And what do? You're talking about TV shows.
That's right.
No, you didn't say don't talk about TV shows. That was the loophole, Minnie.
You should be more specific.
I would have listened.
Okay. Well, here's how it went down. After that, then of course the Huskers play again, and it is I forget who. Danny Kalin, I think. And they switch off like that, kind of.
Yep.
It was confusing.
Well, Kalin was on both offenses, I think, after a bit.
I think so. Yeah. I think you're right.
Score. Yeah, he was on both. So, yeah.
I think what they tried to do is get each quarterback to have as much time as the others. And because Anthony Calandria had such a long drive, he was only up twice. And then we even got to see our backup, Bodie Soka.
Yep.
So that was interesting. But what stood out the most is probably our running back, our freshman running back, Jamal Rule. Took me a second, sorry. And Ja Rule. Yeah. Yeah, he is pretty great. I think he had he had a 75-yard run. Touchdown. He had a 75-yard touchdown. Dang. Quinn Clark, one of our wide receivers, he had a one-handed catch. One-handed
nice touchdown.
Zone catch.
Big dude, yeah.
Yeah, like 6'5". And we got to see Mekhi Nelson, Isaiah Mosey, that they kept calling Ike Mosey.
I wonder if that's how he's going to request to be called anymore,
Yeah, I don't know.
We only had 3 ball carriers who lost yards. One of them was Anthony Calandria. Ja Rule had a loss, but he also had, the loss. He netted 119 yards because he had a big 75-yard run, and then TJ Lateef lost 4 yards. So I like the fact that as a team, we went forward a lot more than we went backward.
Good point.
It's encouraging. I mean, that's the double-edged sword about the spring game or this type of thing, though. Does that mean the D-line's not great? Offensive line's good? I mean, you always have that little bit of back and forth about it. The long drives. I mean, I like seeing the long drives, but then you think about, Hooch, 3,600 is a member for 4 months. Do we get the video for that?
Oh.
No, I'm working on something else.
I think we do.
No, I'm working on something else. Don't worry about it.
We won't worry about it. But no, I like seeing the long drives by the offense, but then conversely, it means the defense is out there for a little bit getting kind of shoved around. The guy from Pitt was breaking through off and on, so that was encouraging. Didn't
You
really
always say the guy from Pitt.
Yeah.
Can you name him?
Jashir Whittington.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
He's not large. I mean, he's 270, which, I mean, it's bigger than us, but it's like, it's still, he's not massive, but he's quick. And so that's something good. Because that was a guy, I heard the name. I heard he's from Pitt. Really didn't know what to expect, but thought he looked decent. He stood out. So that was good.
Definitely did. Yeah. Derek Wacker stood out.
Isn't that Mel Tucker's screen name on some website?
Oh my gosh.
He had 10 tackles, including 1 tackle for a loss. Landon Davidson also had a TFL. It's good to see. It's just good to see guys that we know. What I do love about the spring game is we get to see some of the new faces, new names integrate into, kind of get that opportunity on the field. For example, I mean, I honestly didn't know. Let me back up a little bit. I know that the coaches said he's so strong and so physical that they would need to find a place for him. But Luke Sorensen, seeing some time on the field as a true freshman who just a few months ago was still, daydreaming in social studies class or whatever the hell. Probably not, because as a senior, he didn't have to go to class.
He didn't have to go to class. He just kind of hung out and did stuff. Yeah, Sorensen, that's the guy with no neck, right? Like,
that's the no neck guy, yeah.
Right, yeah.
He's built like a Sontaran off a Doctor Who. Nobody will get that, but that's my own reference for myself. So, but yeah, it's impressive. He was out there, like you said. They got to, they figured they got to try and do something with him. So, I like the fact that they don't seem to be afraid of doing, having freshmen out there and just putting them in positions to succeed instead of like years past. Maybe we were afraid to do it.
Yeah, we had a few freshmen out there that really seemed to make a difference. So that was great.
Mr. Rostovsky mentions that Pierce Mooberry said he was good. I heard, loved that dude in high school. Pierce did finish with 4 tackles. So
I wonder if Mooberry's related to Brandon Mooberry that played for Nebraska.
If only there was
a linebacker back in the day.
A website about that would be able to tell
There is. It's hard for me to type the way my computer's set up.
Are you joking about that, Greg?
No. What was the other name? Brendan?
All you would have to do is go to the Huskers website, then click on the name, and it will tell you. If at the bottom of his bio, it'll tell you.
Pierce is Brandon Mooberry's son.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't do that right.
What'd you do?
I'll just put that up there rather than play the clip. There. Now you know.
I don't know.
You didn't get the bar mitzvah music.
That's so not right.
But because I already found the answer and gave the answer, and it was like an afterthought, and I didn't.
Mazel tov.
Pierce is right. Yeah. L'chaim.
That is such happy music.
Pierce is Brandon's son. So,
see, I am so glad we have this show. I would not have known that.
Now you do.
Now we do. Now we all know. So great.
Yep.
What else? What else do you want to know, Greg? The score, it was 22-17. Don't ask me who won.
I don't have to ask you who won because I can tell you.
I think I was pretty close on the score prediction, was I not?
Everybody who picked 21-17 was pretty close. That would be you, Fred, and Dondre.
Didn't you say the white team won?
That's it. No, I said there's not a red or a white team. Okay,
but the offense. I mean, you had told me earlier in the week that the white team won, not the red team.
No, I meant the Nebraska team won. The Huskers did not.
What team was wearing white?
The defense on both. Like that. This is why I'm telling you it's very difficult to explain unless you've seen it. So when TJ Lateef was up and he played first for Nebraska, he was wearing red.
Okay.
And so was his team. The Huskers were wearing white. Now, when Anthony Calandria was up, he was wearing red and he was playing for the Huskers, and the Nebraska team was wearing white.
So how did the Nebraska team, which is the defense, right?
No, it's just the team that was going, let's just say they were going, I don't know what the direction is, south?
Oh, they're going south, all right, Minnie. Just like this segment.
No. We're being upbeat.
Okay.
I think we should institute this type of scoring for all of our regular season games, and maybe there you go. Who's on first? Kostowski beat me to it.
No, Greg didn't. Greg admitted that earlier in the show.
Institute this scoring for our regular season games. Maybe there'd be enough confusion we can steal a couple more wins. Play Ohio State,
All right, Husker says that white was not the defense. It was the team that did not have the ball, which would be the defense, right?
Ooh.
It's so dang confusing. And I think they did this by design.
Thank you, Dana.
I agree with Greg about what?
It doesn't matter.
There's nothing to agree with him on.
I believe that going back to last week, I was the only one that said that the white team would win. And we all know that white jerseys usually are home jerseys. And home is always on the underside of the score, which is where, according to Huskers.com and the final stats, Huskers are on top, 17 points. Nebraska underneath, 22 points. Therefore, I win because I'm the only one that picked the home team. Thank you, Mr. Matt.
No, I don't believe you won, Greg. In fact, I think you're the one who lost the most.
That doesn't sound like me. You can't lose the most when you have the least amount to lose.
Okay.
Is that a Janis Joplin song or something?
That's right. And you know what? You've got to know when to hold them.
Know when to hold them.
Know when to walk away.
Know when to run, unlike Dylan.
You never count your Huskers points.
This is what this offseason is going to be like. Guys, we can't do this.
I agree with Dondre. Let's get back to a traditional red-white game. That way we'll know unequivocally next year, Daddy's right.
I think they did it this way just as a showcase of talent and to be edgy or different.
There's so much wisdom in the chat.
Man,
Is this why you show up?
I wonder if Greg
The love?
mailed a bunch of people checks or something. It's getting a little
I know, it's
concerning
weird.
now. I mean, I'm all for agreeing with Greg sometimes, but whew. Somebody got their thumb on the scale, I think. I don't know.
I think
people look at Greg and they think he looks like he's wrong so seldom. I'm going to give this guy a break.
You say it looks like I'm wrong so seldom? You're right by that.
No, you're right so seldom. No.
That's not what you said.
Oh
man.
Gregory Stewart, if I remember the old names correctly, says the 2026 Nebraska Red-White Spring Game held March 28th at Memorial Stadium saw Team Nebraska defeat Team Huskers 22-17, capped by a 32-yard touchdown run from Connor Booth, who was playing for the white team. So,
there's not a red and white team. I have been trying to explain this to you. Just because they're wearing a white jersey doesn't make it.
If they're on a team that's wearing a jersey,
you will never understand.
I don't
watch
think
the game.
Will, actually, this is
all right. This Saturday, I will sit down and watch last Saturday's spring game.
This is it's kind of.
I don't know if we're allowed to say this, Dana.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe not as many exclamation
points. Big red.
All right. So there. Well, I don't know if that's much better, Husker Chuck.
Ew.
That's what our former head coach probably used to scream.
Oh gosh.
Oh, John.
Thank you, John. Super chat from John for $20.
Thank you.
No comment included in that. So, thank you.
Oh.
I actually was trying earlier. That's why I said, I'm trying to figure this out because I became re-upped my membership on Monday so that I could gift some memberships tonight, and it's not allowing.
You have to do it on a computer.
Huh?
Yeah.
I have to do it on a computer?
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought I did that on my phone one time. Of course, I was probably drunk, but
I think you have to do it on a computer.
John wants you to tell your story of how you became a Husker fan, Minnie. I know you've said it on the show before.
Yes, I have many times. Stop me if you've heard this one.
But she says that she doesn't mean stop her, though.
Yeah,
don't
she
doesn't
actually
want to be
stop me.
interrupted. It's not a two-way street, the interruption road.
No.
So
it's a highway to hell.
Back in, I want to say it was October of 2016, I was going about my Saturday and I had the television on and there was a Husker game on. And, I'm not interested in sports at all at this point in my little life because I think I had 3 little ones and just stuff going on. And out of the corner of my eye, I see a quarterback go down and get injured. He literally fell on his head and the whole stadium stopped. The whole stadium stopped. They wheeled a ambulance onto the field. And
was the ambulance hurt too?
No, to take him off of the field. And this guy had his little girlfriend, cute little blonde-haired girl, on the sidelines, tears rolling down her face, just heartbroken. Nobody knows if he's gonna live. I know. It is so dramatic. It is seriously.
When it's explained this way.
It was like a soap opera, and I'm thinking
next week, guys, for part 2. Anyways, continue.
How is this guy is he gonna live? you know? Well, it was
You're really
Nebraska.
milking this opportunity, aren't you?
No, I am not. This is what happened.
Pepperidge
This
Farm
is how
can't
I
remember when they
felt at
started
the
the show.
time. And I had to stay there and watch and keep hoping there were updates on this guy who gets ambulanced off of the field with his little girlfriend, just tears rolling down her cute little face.
Was his girlfriend a dwarf, or is it just like you keep referring to her like she's either a child or which is inappropriate, or
she was just cute.
Was it like Warwick Davis's daughter? I don't understand what happened.
You know what? Hush, because there's a happy ending to this.
Oh, I bet there was.
Because the quarterback was Tommy Armstrong Jr., and he walks back onto the field, and he's fine. Even though Nebraska lost, they gained a Husker fan for life.
Got our shit kicked in.
We certainly did.
So it's Tommy Armstrong and his little girlfriend's fault.
They got married. They have
David
a family.
Matney wants this as a 5-heart theater, Minnie.
That would make a good one.
And Rostovsky says that Fred has to play the girlfriend.
I got the wig.
Get your hobbit feet out, because apparently she's tiny.
That's true.
Yeah, Vince saw the knee circumference and she was hooked.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
And Nebraska strong, yes. That was the 2016 Ohio State game in Columbus.
It's very rare that somebody sees a game of that magnitude, that much of a ass kicking, and then becomes a fan of the ass kicked. It's
I know.
Those whose asses were kicked that night.
Yeah.
I once had a
girlfriend
a coach tell me that he thought that I was the only Husker fan that Nebraska got that entire season. I'm like, that's probably true.
A lot more than we
probably lost 100 and gained 1.
That season was probably a net negative.
Well,
but here's the thing. Here's what's remarkable about Nebraska fans. And I don't know if there's something in our genetics that makes us inherently stubborn, because it's April 2nd of 2026, and we did not have a great, as we mentioned moments ago, didn't have a great end to the 2025 season. And a lot of expectations are low for 2026. And yet we're still here. You know, the three of us and everybody watching and joining in the chat, and all the people who are watching and not joining in the chat, again, please join us, because it's so much more fun. But we're all still here. And like I said, I don't know if it's stubborn. There's got to be some type of sickness, because we keep showing up. And I don't know how many fan bases can say that.
Well, and the sickness and also like a thing, my friends and I, still some of us, we will go back to games that we remember from the 80s and 90s and seasons, and how if we would have won this game or that game or one call, we remember players from back then, and we're like, we could have had this many championships in a row. Like it's unbelievable. So you talk about stubborn. We're going back to the past to try and somehow pad our record to have perfect seasons or whatever leading up to current day. So it's a sickness. You can say it's because we got nothing else to do around here. I don't know. But yeah, we're still here. I'm still here. I didn't think I'd be a part of it anymore. And fuck, I'm stuck here.
Dondre says there's something wrong with us. David Matney says, I think it might be more fun. And Matt with a killer Disturbed reference. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. I haven't listened to that song in a minute. Dana Williams says, agreed, Greg. And John says, we have the big red fever.
Oh, I like it.
And I'm sorry, Nebraska strong. It's not that I don't agree with you. I just can't highlight a Chicago Cubs reference. So if you can find a better baseball team to reference, I
don't like that comparison, because the Cubs did nothing for forever. So I don't like that at all.
Interesting comment here from David Matney. Winning might make things more stressful, like basketball. So if I'm understanding that right, we like losing because there's fewer expectations, I can't dance with you on that song, Mr. Matney. I'd much rather win.
You know what though? He does have a point, because you know how they say misery loves company?
Yes.
I think that sometimes when we are losing, that we all just love to just pile on and to voice our opinions about things.
We do like to do that.
Like podcasts from head coaches and sliding 2 yards short. And
these are a few of Minnie's favorite things.
Yeah. Exactly.
When the Dylan slides.
David Matney says, note this date. Minnie has agreed with me.
What is this?
If somebody could,
April 2nd.
I need somebody to put that on Facebook, like just on their thing. That way they get reminded every year that Minnie agreed with Mr. Matney.
Wow.
We need those annual reminders.
I'm buying a lottery ticket after this show.
You guys.
Brett, it's time for me to move on, brother.
Let's move on.
Wait.
Not move on. Move on beverage wise.
Oh, what are you?
Oh, okay.
Because I finished my Yingling.
Okay.
I still have some of these victory beers from basketball that sadly I don't need anymore.
Oh.
But this time I'm going with Heavy Riff Brewing Company and their Velvet Underbrown American Brown Ale.
Interesting.
I love a good brown ale. I got really messed up on brown. Was it Moose Drool Brown Ale? It was back in like 2013.
Oh, that's a good one. I've had that.
All right. So do you want to hear the rest of football stuff?
Yes, I want to hear. I need to hear the rest of football stuff.
Okay, good. I'm glad you asked, because here's what's been going on. So prior to the spring game, we got a video, you know, what they call it, like spring things, or I don't know what they call it, spring cut-ups, or we get like a little short video of what they've been doing in spring training. And it was completely of the offensive line. Remember what I told you, or reminded you of, that Matt Rule had fired a bunch of coaches. He fired our offensive line coach, and our defensive line coach left. So we have new offensive line coach and defensive line coach. So prior to the season, or prior to the game, we got a look at our offensive line. Then after the game, and I think they did this on purpose because, well, obviously, because they showcased the offense for the spring game. So after the spring game, now they focused this video on defense, on the defensive line. And Corey Brown, and you know my favorite addition to the coaches, Roy Manning. Remember him?
I thought it was Jeep Wade.
Oh, well, besides Jeep Wade. Jeep Wade and Roy Manning. I said two guys.
Oh, okay.
Changing their story, Fred.
Roy Manning is the guy who goes at the end of his press conference. He goes, GBR. He goes, I've been wanting to say that for such a long time. I loved it.
He could have said it any time he wanted, even if he wasn't here. I mean,
it was
theoretically speaking.
It just spoke to my heart. So he had quite a few cool things to say while he's coaching. He's like, what's the first rule of boxing? What's the first rule? Does anyone know?
Stay on your feet.
No.
Keep your hands up.
Close.
Get back up.
We're not boxing fans.
Mickey love you, son of a bitch. I don't know. What do we, you know?
Make sure that you knock out the Rusky.
Protect yourself at all times.
Oh, Mills Lane. Okay.
We got there.
The cup doesn't always work. I just word to the wise.
Yeah.
Anyways, they caught him yelling at the players and having, you know, these really insightful things that he was saying. Turnovers matter. They just don't give them to you. You got to go out and take them. Take those turnovers.
That's what Dylan did.
No, he gave the turnovers.
Well, but when he's out in the real world, he took them. He ate them.
Oh,
I mean, a lot of the things that Roy says it's like all rhetorical, you know? A lot of it is. But I love it. I'm here for it. I'm like, yes. I'm
Was
all
he talking
motivated.
about water in the bamboo, or is that? Oh no, that's some other guy. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's fun. I hope they show more.
I'm encouraged by that guy and the fact that his edge rushers are pretty good and coach up what we have.
Mhm.
It's everything sounds great right now. So I'm not going to dump on any of it. I didn't even attack the offensive line like I want to do. I felt better about what we have. It's a better lineup. Defensive line, some people are not thrilled with it. I wait and see. It's
I love our defensive line.
It's a 4-man line, at least, again, on defense. So that'll help mask some of the deficiencies we had trying to go 3-3-5. So I'm all for that, especially in a conference like the Big Ten.
Well, our friend, and I say our loosely, Minnie's friend, Michigander, is here, has some thoughts, some takeaways from the spring game.
Ooh.
So, Minnie, since this is your special friend,
yes,
I want you to read your special friend's comments.
Special friend.
You have
Minnie?
to read it out loud. Reading it to yourself doesn't do anything for our audio listener.
I feel like I'm always being set. Okay, here's the reason I had to read it first. I'm always being set up by you guys.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Michigander wouldn't do that.
Yes,
Michigander wouldn't do that to you.
I would in a heartbeat, but Michigander seems like he's a nice person. So,
well, I agree. Thank you. Special teams is still really good. Either defensive line or offensive line is not that good in the run game. Pass protection either stayed the same or regressed. Quarterbacks struggled to throw medium to deep passes. Well, which quarterbacks are you talking about? And the defense as a whole is much more improved in the run game. The strength of your defense is your linebackers? Question. Yes, it is our linebackers, to be honest. Right now, that's what it looks like.
I mean, I think it's probably the veteran group of the bunch, or at least maybe not most experienced. We'll say, as a Husker for sure. We lost a lot of veteran presence in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, we still got guys back there too that have been around, and
yeah,
I think that won't
Donovan Jones. I'm so happy that Donovan Jones got as much playing time as he did last year, because that's definitely going to help. He helped fill a role, but it's just I don't want to say we're young. I'm not going to use that as an excuse, but we got guys who need to step up in a hurry.
Yep. Yeah. I would have loved, and I'm saying this because I don't know the whole picture yet. I would have loved some more defensive linemen from the transfer portal.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I have a starred comment here from earlier. And
look at Greg
in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart podcast, says, do you think we should spend less money on private jets and more money on the defensive line? Now, very quickly answer this question, and I have a fun graphic to share that is relevant in this situation.
Okay. Depends on what the private jets are for. Maybe they're to go and get the defensive linemen.
They probably are, but then we're not, sealing the deal. So then it's kind of money wasted.
All of that to say, speaking of private jets, Nebraska was second in the nation in private jet spending by college football teams in 2025, wedged between Alabama and Michigan.
Well,
So-
I mean, we have a long ways to travel.
Yeah. And
we get guys from all over the place, from the East Coast and the West Coast.
right.
These other teams don't as much.
I mean, let's face it. If you're Florida, if you are Ohio State, Penn State, Texas, you don't have to travel quite as much to go and recruit. I do feel like private jet spending for Nebraska is damn near a necessity. And let's think about this. $1.1 million for Nebraska football or for the athletic department at large is sort of a drop in the bucket. Is it not? I mean, for what they bring in, I mean they'll cover that the opening week of the season.
Who does this accounting?
It's probably FOIA.
Is it the price?
Freedom of information.
Is it the line item on the budget? Or is it the price that, okay, this is how much they paid for their jet? And sorry.
And here's the thing. I completely agree with Aaron Rostovsky. He says, you want our recruiters to waste time sitting in an airport waiting for $5.50 a second? No, we can't be wasting time flying commercial. And I'm sure that sounds horrible. Like, I fly commercial. I'm not special, but
you're special, Greg. Come on.
I'm not. By and large, I'm not like optimizing my flights to try to get to as many cities as possible in a weekend or, week-long stretch. I think these guys are doing, exactly what they need to so that we can make contact with the top available defensive lineman or whatever position it is so that we can make our case, make our little presentation, hand off our little pamphlets and our swag and say, hey, make sure that before you, make your decision, give us a call, let us, let's see how we can help get you to Lincoln. I think, like I said, I think it is an athletic department necessity. And I wouldn't be surprised that, volleyball's doing the same thing. I'm sure Coach Cook did and DBK. I guarantee you that Fred Hoyer, I mean, you have to fly and get where you're going quickly and efficiently in this day and age. Yeah.
Who is FOS?
Who
is FOS, the company at the top of the graphic there?
I had that
front office sports, something like that.
Oh, okay. So they literally get to know
front
all
office
these.
sports.
You know what? I don't know anything about that site or what they do, but it's like you see a number such as that, and it seems as though it's clickbait in a way. I mean, it's interesting to know that, but then you might go like, oh, Bama spends that and they did pretty well, and then Nebraska spent that and 7-6, and Michigan. It's just one of those things. Everybody likes to talk about money. Nothing bores me quicker than people talking about money. But a lot of people said it. Time is invaluable. Exactly. There you go. God, I'm agreeing with the Michigan.
See, you guys. Now, everybody root for Michigan this weekend, please.
No, you can make more money. You can't make more time.
No, this is true. And I don't know about rooting for Michigan. Maybe in basketball.
Yeah, that's what I mean this weekend.
Even then, I don't know.
They made it to the Final Four. Who are you going to root for?
Who all's there? I quit watching.
Illinois, Michigan, UConn, and can't remember now who Michigan plays.
No, Arizona.
Thank you.
Arizona.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I could root for Michigan.
I think they're going to win. I really do.
I think UConn will win, but I'll root for Michigan.
UConn barely beat Duke.
But yeah, no,
Duke.
correct that. UConn beat Duke.
That's what I said. They barely beat them.
But you beat Duke. Like, again, when we talk about
It
blue
was.
bloods of college basketball, Duke is
Get
in the
into
top.
Elite Eight and you beat anybody. It's
This is true.
fucking
This is true.
good.
You know, one thing I noticed about
There we
the
go.
past-
That's that Big Ten hate. I'm not asking anybody to root for us.
Well, good. Now I'll root against you, Michigander.
Michigander, come on. It's the least you can
1997 undisputed champs right here.
No, it's the least we can do for you guys are so not nice.
I'm not Nebraska nice, and I never claimed to be. And
I'll
Greg
root
is
for you.
here,
From
so-
Illinois, so I don't have Nebraska nice in my blood.
I will root for you. Go blue basketball.
How about the Frozen Four? Michigan, Denver, North Dakota, or Wisconsin? I think that one you got to go North Dakota.
Yeah. North Dakota.
I wish it was. This is gonna sound horrible. Maybe not horrible. This will date me to an extent and maybe make it seem like I'm inappropriate. But I still wish they were the Fighting Sioux. There, I said it.
What are they now?
Not that anymore.
Oh,
They can't be.
Um,
Everything's so political.
I can make
Fighting Hawks.
God, why don't they just turn them into fucking bobcats like everything else now? Can't have anything with a bobcat, wildcat. 5 more years, you can't do that either.
It's only a matter of time
Okay,
until they
so
outlaw
we're going to
animal
talk about
mascots.
what my contribution besides the spring game is.
Okay.
If that's okay. Now,
Teaching
bear with me.
French.
Yeah, because I know I'm having technical difficulties.
While you're doing that, we can do our quick segment courtesy of Minnesota Tony. Our segment of how bad Wisconsin sucks. A lot. Fred, on to you.
God, you put me on the spot. I don't know. They suck even more than I could make a Frost joke, and I'm not going to do it. But that's how much they suck. So there you go.
Wow. Someone's feeling
leave it at that.
charitable this season.
I'm trying to clean it up, Greg. I'm trying to be a little more professional.
Let's see. Gary Pierce did a semester of independent study French, and that was a big mistake.
Did you not learn
Minnie
it
must
either,
have
Gary?
also studied French that semester because she doesn't remember anything.
Did you go to the same instructor, Gary, that Minnie did?
Shut up.
You should get your
Guys.
money back.
You guys are awful. Okay,
Get your Pell Grant back.
here, wait,
Screw Wisconsin.
I have 2 screens going on and they're not being mirrored, but okay. So now, watch this.
Boom.
This is going to end
Go.
poorly.
It's like when Han Solo tried to go to light speed and then it didn't happen. Then he had to punch the thing and it went.
Warren Buffett has no interest in Nebraska Cornhusker athletics.
Yeah, I saw from Twitter, Chris Masney said something like, Minnie, you won't believe who I'm talking to. Not sure who that was.
Look
The
at that.
fuck is this?
Okay,
What
I'm telling you all about this. I saw this weekend and I thought, oh, isn't that nice? Dylan came and saw his girlfriend, Scarlett, who plays softball for Nebraska. And then he posted about it. And there were several pictures and they're just as cute as can be. But there's a lot of haters. And, you know, that's to be expected with Dylan Raiola. He has gotten a ton of hate. But it's things like these that I'm just like, why do people have to feel like they have to say something? Like,
That's
Let's
the
see.
world we live in now.
By the
Regardless
way, this picture of Dylan and his girlfriend, the comment underneath says, dating the guy who couldn't even say goodbye to his fans and deleted all Husker photos. Hope he doesn't do that to you.
That's funny, though. That's
a good
funny,
one.
and it's not derogatory. It's not slanderous.
It's hopeful. It's hopeful for young love.
It is. It is. Those crazy star-crossed kids, I tell you what, and their odd hair. But yeah, you know, that's
It-
harmless compared to a lot of things that are on the internet. And But to Minnie's point, there's a thing, and it doesn't matter if it's sports, politics, anything in general. Ever since we all got onto these, this is my theory. We all grew up watching TV. If something was on a screen that was backlit, it was important. So now we're all the star of our own show because we all have social media. We're here on this thing. But so now everybody feels that they have to tell everybody everything, no matter what. A friend of mine, his stepson, this quick aside, was talking about some event that happened in the world. He's in high school, and he said, I'm trying to figure out what I got to put on Twitter about it. And he said, well, why? And he goes, well, everybody else is commenting on it. I got to put out my statement. So this is where we're at now. Everybody feels like we're some kind of fucking PR firm and we have to put out a statement on everything. So, but back to what Minnie's point is, this
isn't even the one that got me though. This I was like, all right, whatever. He's used to it. What really got me was a different one, and I will show you this because it actually did piss me off. I wanted to show the guy's name, but Greg's like, I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, don't dox anybody.
But it pissed me off. Why can't I get out of this?
Ooh, hooch.
Okay, where's it? Give me 1 second, guys.
John always said that Greg had deep pockets but short arms. John was wrong.
Okay, here's the one that ticked me off the most. Let's see. Wait, I'm trying. Please bear with me.
Meanwhile, Greg's like this.
Yeah, while you do that, Minnie.
Here. There it is. This is Carter Nelson with his girlfriend, who I think they're from the same town. And he was wishing her a happy birthday. Will you read the comment, please? It's so sad.
Time to earn that money, young man. I don't want to see your travels with NIL money. I want to see you catch a pass for God's sake.
Everybody else in the comments is like, oh, cute couple, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Appropriate things.
There's always going to be that person that's just the way it is. Like, that's not the worst thing I've seen from the internet today, but whatever.
A shitty comment.
But also, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes with that guy too.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying with him, like, people don't know what's going on with him. Like, maybe there's reasons he's not getting to catch a pass.
Yeah, that one's not on him.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
And the injuries. And then, like, we talked about other things where perhaps certain people on the team maybe didn't help him out as much. So, no, I mean, there's people that say things like that. It's not great. Seen a lot worse. It sucks. But yeah.
So there's
Carter Nelson has, 2 seasons under his belt now. He has 12 catches for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. 10 of those receptions happened in 2025. The one thing I'm looking for is how many times he was targeted. But again, so much of that is out of, like, he spent so much of last season on special teams only. That's not even a fair criticism.
He had that hip surgery last spring, if you'll remember. And then, I mean, I don't know how well he came back. Maybe it was just a slow recovery.
No, there's no need to. I mean, that's also, people like to just have a hot take. They're going to say something stupid, get a couple of, endorphin hits because their phone buzzes for likes or just, it's like
dopamine hits, brother.
Dopamine, whatever. I'm on a roll here. No, but I that's not great, but, and that's like Tiger Shark says, got to ignore it. Moron sitting behind a computer, never played football or combat sport.
That is what TSD said.
Yep.
I highlighted this one erroneously. Matt said a lot of his play time was 2 tight end sets and throwing to Luke Lindenmeyer. And hell, now we've got Luke Lindenmeyer. We have Luke Sorensen. We have an abundance of
Luke's.
Yeah, well, tight end options.
Yeah.
I don't know even exactly where Carter Nelson fits in this, but you can't. I think being a wide receiver is one of the toughest positions because, like, so much of your success is out of your control. Like, you have to get open, which it needs to be a well-run route, a well-called play. But then the quarterback still has to throw you the ball. And if the quarterback doesn't throw you the ball, you just ran around, hopefully blocked downfield, but I don't ever get mad at a wide receiver for not catching balls that weren't thrown at him,
Right.
And that's the difference. If you had a case of the dropsies or some just ridiculous, like, yeah, even then, I don't know. But the guy, he wasn't on the field a lot. He didn't get a lot of opportunities. So that person's comment was stupid.
I have absolutely no problem seeing what the kids are spending their NIL money on.
That sounds like a problem.
I don't have a problem with it. They're not being ridiculous. I have seen ridiculous.
Chicago Cubs game. That's pretty much a waste of money.
Well, it's just what are they supposed to be doing? It's just rude. It's just not, it frustrates me as a Nebraska fan to see comments like that because I want to say this is not. Please don't get upset over these stupid fans that think they need to say something to you because it's none of our business how you spend your money on and what you do and who you're dating.
It's none of our business. But if they put it on social media, do we or do we not?
Well, this is what kids do. They put everything, like Fred was just saying, they put everything on social media.
Right. And don't you think that that's a symptom of a bigger epidemic in our society?
Oh my gosh, we are not here to solve the world problems at all.
Why
this
not?
Is just
I am. That's why I came here.
This is let's just take it for what it's worth. This is what people do. Okay? Moving on.
It is.
It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing.
I mean, you put yourself out there, right or wrong, you're going to hear from people. It's not curated to the handful of friends you have or connections. It's everybody, we've all put things out on the web at some point or done something that wasn't the best, received the best. I don't know if I have or not. I don't really care, but you put it out there. He's not putting out maliciously like he's showing off, but you got some jack off that's the person like, oh, catch a pass. They're going to say something dumb, simple as that.
Well, while we're talking about some of the negative elements of social media, I think we should talk about some positive. I saw one post this week from a future Husker. The comments were nothing but supportive and uplifting, and I've talked about him already, but that is our number one peer recruiter, Trey Taylor, who of course is transferring to Millard South and will complete his high school career here. But while still living in the Archdiocese of Chicago, he took in Mass on Palm Sunday, and his comment here says, got to spend the day with Cardinal Blaze Supich. I didn't know how big of a deal he was until he came to one of my games last season. As you can see, he's a huge Husker fan. Such an honor to be personally invited to Mass by him. Now, Cardinal Supich is actually from Omaha.
Oh.
And, so I saw that and I thought, well, that's pretty cool.
Neat.
And again, all the comments under there were very supportive. I didn't know it was on X that I found out that Cardinal Supich was from Omaha. So, I wanted to share that as an uplifting,
very nice
post. So.
Very, very nice. Beautiful. On that note, I think we should wrap it up.
We can't do that yet.
Oh.
because as the description said, and all who read the description know, we are talking briefly about some of the spring sports.
Oh,
And we mentioned what?
I forgot.
Yeah. We did mention
Way to
earlier
throw
that
water on Minnie. Golly.
Nebraska and Penn State are hitting the diamond tomorrow for a weekend of action at Haymarket. And, they play tomorrow at 6, on Saturday at 2, and on Sunday at noon. This comes after Nebraska swept Indiana at home last weekend. Talk about, and I know somebody said, well, what was the turnout like at the spring game? It was a very busy Saturday in Lincoln because you had baseball and softball both at home and the spring game. People, there's only one Fred, there's only one Greg, there's only one Minnie. Each individual person can only attend one event. So they swept Indiana, and then I think more importantly, as a Nebraska fan, they went on the road and beat Creighton on Tuesday. So I think they've won 7 in a row and something like 9 of their last 10. It's a good start to the season for the baseball team. Softball's doing just as well. They are also at home this weekend at Bowlin Stadium against Rutgers. And again, they are ranked number 11, and they also beat Creighton this past Tuesday, which was exciting. While the men won 6-5, softball won 8-2. So again, I think I said 11. They're number 8 in the country, the softball team. They took 2 of 3 from UCLA. That was a top 10 matchup. So I'm sure a lot of Husker fans were there at Bowlin Stadium last weekend. So again, just want to do some quick touches on some of the other successful programs that Nebraska has. And then to close the book on men's basketball, I don't know if either of you saw the video of Fred Hoiberg addressing his team after the loss last week to Iowa. He made sure to call out each senior for their accolades, for their, and acknowledge them for their contributions to the program. And he said, hey, basically, be sad in this moment, but there's no reason to walk out of this locker room with your head anywhere but held high, because we raised the expectation at Nebraska for men's basketball. So I just felt like that was a really poignant and effective video and speech. And I'm excited for the future of Nebraska men's basketball.
No, that's super cool. And it's like a building block moment, perhaps. Like, I'm not going to equate totally, but like the unfinished business back in the day.
Yeah.
You were right there, and what's the next step? And to encourage the guys that are still here to keep building, and then bring in people that can add to it. And now there's a buzz about it. There's an excitement. I mean, players watching that saw how all of our fans went down to OKC. They jumped in the fucking thing, for God's. I bought a shirt. I bought a Nebraska basketball shirt, for God's sakes. So it's like, if it affected me, that could affect players wanting to come here to be a part of it. And yeah, that's super exciting. I didn't watch the video yet. Saw it was out there, but yeah, it's I mean, all of our sports are doing really good. So, and people mentioned rifle and bowling, they're always good. So now we just got to get one more thing to fall in line, and we'll be in good shape.
For real quick, not to I'm sorry, Minnie. But since you mentioned like other players watching how Nebraska traveled, think about the recruiting impact that the fans had by making that trip to not just Oklahoma City, but they took the next step and went down to Houston as well. Fans are bought in on what Hoiberg and company are doing. And if you're on the fence of like, do I go to Nebraska or do I go to a similarly, tiered basketball program, and you're like, oh man, those fans, they are hungry for that success. And you watch the environment at Pinnacle Bank Arena, I think that's going to sway some Huskers down the line, or future Huskers down the line.
It's huge. And you're in the Big Ten. you're in the Big Ten, and we showed this year that you have a fighting chance to go as far as we did. That's accelerant on the fuel to get, more guys here. So
Minnie?
great all the way around.
What?
I felt like I interrupted you a moment ago, so I didn't want to.
Oh, no, you didn't. You
Minnie,
didn't.
the floor is yours. Minnie looks tired and she might have to pee. So we'll just leave it at that.
Minnie, anything?
Nope. Thank you.
Rostovsky says the track and field also has some ass kickers. So
Okay.
That's weird. Do they fight too, or they do track and field things?
You say, do they do what?
Do they fight
Soccer?
ball? I'm just saying. It's just like, do they have ass kickers? I don't know.
Oh, there's my buddy, Trinidad.
Hello, Trinidad.
Nebraska Rascal's also here.
Oh, hey, Scott. Got our buddies all together on a Thursday night. I feel bad now ending the show early. Dang it. I mean, go ahead and talk about movies if you want.
Rostovsky, are you talking about is she Swedish, right? Our shot putter? Anyway, I know we have like an all-American shot putter.
Swedish, I believe.
Yeah. Not a chef, a shot putter.
Not going there. Leaving it alone. Too much class. It's too late to start the Swedish chef.
All right. If y'all are okay, I think we could probably call it a night.
Works for me.
We all have to get up tomorrow. I have starred comments we could go through.
Do them.
David Matney wants to know who's going to Big Ten Media Days.
I know somebody who went to it.
Raise your hand if you've been to Big Ten Media Days. And if you have the lanyard to show it.
You know I do. You guys just love looking at it. I know.
It's amazing. We almost got out of the show without addressing this. Fred gifted 5 Coronation memberships, and not in a one-ups at all, but I gifted 10. So we do have a little video to play for you good people.
You gotta play.
We just got a new YouTube member.
And speaking of members, do the very best for your member by hooking it up with Blue Chew. Go to BlueChew.com.
We have to take care of our members.
Another super chat there from John, I think, as we're moving along. Doing that.
Oh man, he's turning into John. He's going deb. Oh man, it's happening.
Greg,
I don't know.
Now 14 more times. No, I'm not going to do that 14 more times.
Thank you.
And then last but not least, I'm glad that Gregory Stewart said this because it's a very poignant and concise way to address this. But he just says, Happy Easter and Passover to those who observe.
Very nice.
Indeed.
Well, that'll do it for this episode of the 5 Heart Podcast. And we look forward to seeing you again next week at this same time, 9 o'clock Central. And I don't know if there will be a Monday Night Therapy. We'll figure that out. We'll play that one by ear. But we also have Husker Heat with Andy and Miley on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock, I think. So check those out. Make sure that you do all the things you know that you're supposed to do. If you haven't done them yet, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the Coronation YouTube channel if you haven't already, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss new content. Don't forget about John's books. There's Been Dead, Never Been to Europe. Oh, that's just not going to work. There we go. Nobody here would rather see me than me.
Greg. It's okay.
So Been Dead, Never Been to Europe. There's also Manage Your Damage, Heart Attack Survivor, written by our very own John Dam Johnston. And last but not least, The Mystery of the Dent in My Head, John Johnston. All available on Amazon, so go check that out. And for myself. This is not weird. I can't do that. For myself, for the queen of all Husker media, Minnie Hunt, and for the jester,
Court jester. I'm fine with it. I don't give a shit.
Fred Sacco.
I'm all dressed up.
This
Thank
is the Five Heart Podcast, and we remind you each and every week that Five Heart is all the heart you need. Minnie?
And go big red.
Wine.
Go big red.
Go big brown beer. That's not going to work.
Sounds
That
like-
one's not
And go blue this weekend.
No.
No, don't go blue.